Clifton College has in its possession 2 fragments of papyrus from Egypt, from a place called Oxyrhynchus, the so-called city of sharp-nosed fish. And they were given to Clifton College in 1901 by a man called Bernard Grenfell. And Bernard Grenfell and his partner Hunt, they went out to Oxyrhynchus shortly after their undergraduate degrees, and they were fortunate enough to excavate a rubbish tip. And the reason why Grenfell gave them to Clifton College is that he was a pupil here at the school. At Oxyrhynchus, the conditions were just right to enable the papyrus to survive. The very dry conditions meant that the papyrus fragments would not rot. And so although they are damaged and often broken, they could be retrieved from these rubbish dumps outside of the city.
We know that Oxyrhynchus was a regional capital. It was the capital of the nome of Uab, and so therefore has a key bureaucratic role. And to that end we find receipts, tax returns, certificates, military documents.
We've got fragments by Sappho and Archilochus, which have been unearthed, rediscovered for the first time. And we've also got a very large volume of official and semi-official and completely private correspondence. And the 2 fragments here at Clifton College are numbered amongst that latter category. Both of them written in Greek, both of them relatively small. So the larger of the 2 fragments is again a letter, this time from someone named as Irene, to 2 others, Taonophris and Philo. And she has sent a sum of money which is to be used to pay a craftsman who's also known as Paramon. And alongside this transfer of a sum of money, she has given as a gift a quantity of fruit. We've got a record of dates and of grapes. It provides evidence for us for the local production around Oxyrhynchus of grapes, and presumably also the production of wine, which would then have been traded throughout the length and breadth of the Roman Empire. And in return, Irene requests that when her portmanteau, her baggage, is sent back to her, included in it is a quantity of laxative. And it's quite amusing that she writes, literally, since necessarily is there a need for me of it. The combination of anankaios and kryer really emphasises the fact that she has a desperate need for this laxative.
One of the things that makes papyrus such an exceptional historical source is the fact that it was never designed to be preserved. People weren't consciously recording history in the way you would be if you were carving something on stone. And so the information we have, preserved by chance via these big rubbish pits outside Oxyrhynchus, is like gold dust. It tells us about the things which are mundane and day-to-day. The sort of information which it's perhaps too embarrassing or seems too trivial to formally record. And therefore, for anthropologists, this is one of the most useful sources of all. It tells us what genuine life was like.